We are. I don't want to say this was inevitable, right? This whole entire situation was inevitable. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the facts. We are not safe in New York City transit. These are the facts. And I'm gonna go back to this, right? If we are so safe, why does Jan Oliva need armed security? Why does Richard Davy need armed security? I mean, the system is safe. Shouldn't they rely on the NYPD just like the workers and the riders rely on NYPD? Somebody let me know if I'm wrong or not. This is let me show y'all how serious this is, man. I want to show y'all how serious this is. Look at this. Look at that. Our brother conductor is lucky to be alive right now. He's lucky to be alive right now. This could have been a different type of story for him. This could have been an RIP story. And what I want to tell or ask Richard Davy, Jan Oliva, is this your definition of safe? Is this what you call being safe? Because if this your definition of being safe, then what's your definition of anarchy and tyranny and lawlessness in the subways? And who are we supposed to hold accountable for things like this when it happens? Because we could sit there and point fingers all day long. Oh, this person is responsible. This person is responsible. And we basically seeing that through Local 100 and the MTA. Why isn't Local 100 shutting down unsafe work? There's nobody at 2 Broadway getting their neck slashed. There's nobody at 2 Broadway being cursed out. There's nobody at 2 Broadway being sexually assaulted. There's no mass shootings at 2 Broadway. So it's easy for them to talk from the position that they're talking from because they don't face the same dangers that we face. It's as simple as that. They do not face the same dangers that we face. So it's easy for them to say whatever the hell they want to say to gaslight us to what's really going on. Now, there has been plenty of assaults of conductors when we're leaving the station because we got to keep our head out there for 75 feet. A lot of things can happen within that 75 feet. If the union was really serious about improving our safety, you know what they could do? You know what the MTA could do if they really cared? You know what? Conductors, after you close down the train, you put your head in and you keep it going. You know why? Because they can't say it's unsafe. Know why they can't say it's unsafe? Because what happens on opto trains? Opto trains, train operators don't do platform observations when the train is leaving the station. So how important is platform observations? Why is the union not telling the MTA, you know what, until y'all figure out this issue, this serious safety issue, we're not gonna do no more platform observations. That's it's just as plain as simple as that. We just not gonna do no more trade, no platform observations, sweeps, whatever. I'm telling y'all, it is a matter of time, and the writing is on the wall. The people don't care. I don't want to hear how many police officers is in the subways. They never catch these people in the act. If our brother would have died, the family would have rather a cop prevent that situation from going on than catching the person who killed their loved one. And ironically, I just received new pictures and videos of police officers knocked out in our crew areas. I mean, sleep, knocked out, eyes closed, everything. There is absolutely no accountability in New York City Transit when it comes to workers and riders. There's none. Everyone, I want y'all to pay attention. I really want y'all to pay attention. Everyone who's telling us that it's safe in the subways, every single person who's saying, hey, you know, it's safe and the stats this and the stats that, they either have armed security, they either got armed security, or they got guns themselves, and that's the cops. Us regular workers and citizens, we see a different story. There's this different story being told. The only reason why they keep saying it's safe, and I understand it business wise, is that they trying to attract more people into the subways. They want to attract more people into the subways, right? Because that's the name of the game. That's the bragging rights from transportation agency to transportation agency. Oh, I got this amount of ridership. I got this amount of ridership. That's what it's about. But let's think about what's about to happen in the future. The MTA is about to push thousands upon thousands more people into the subways in the name of congestion pricing. Now they keep making saying that, oh, you know, the money from congestion pricing is supposed to, you know, help the infrastructure, improve the infrastructure in the subways. Why would you want more people into a system that's unsafe? What purpose does that serve? Forget about the infrastructure. What's going on with the infrastructure of safety? I see a lot of people saying that, you know, police officers, they are constantly on their phones. They got their head in their phones. This is how it works with NYPD, right? They got two phones. One is a personal phone. One is the work phone. They work phone, they actually get calls through their work phone. They actually can pick up, as they call it, jobs through their work phone, right? But we all know that they don't be on it. They use both phones. And this is distraction. Um, and nobody holds them accountable. You have police officers sleeping in our crew quarters, mainly where the cleaners be at. The cleaners, they sending in videos, they sending in pictures, and we're paying the piper for it. So yes, the MTA and NYPD can say, hey, you know, we're flooding the system with thousands of police officers. How many of those police officers are actually visible? How many of those police officers are actually doing their job? See, if our union leadership is not addressing this part or that part of the issue, then they're gaslighting us too. They're gaslighting us too. And like I said, the running joke in NYPD is All the lazy cops work in subways. This is a fact. Everyone know I have dozens of police officer friends of various ranks from the top to the bottom. All the lazy cops are in the subways. The top side cops, that's where the real work happens. That's their joke. I'm not making this up. Right? But it's true. We even had people focusing on, well, we need more cops, and that's true, but we need more cops that be willing to actually do their jobs. We can't forget, we had a sister conductor, a friend of mine's, who a guy broke into her cab. The police officers was there, and the police let the guy go. This guy assaulted our sister, and the police officers were there, and they let him go. So we have issues on multiple levels when it comes to safety in the subways. If the MTA is not bringing up these issues, you know what the MTA is saying? Go check Tim Minton, the finest police department. You want to know what? What? I'm not even gonna hold back. Let me find these pictures. Let me find these pictures. I want to show. I want to ask Tim Minton, is this what the finest police department is? Let me find those pictures. Matter of fact, while I'm finding those pictures, I just want to know where NYPD it was for this. But let me upload these pictures real quick. Let me upload these pictures real quick. These is new videos. Let me upload this. Tim Minton, I really want to know, is this what you call the finest? Let me play this video real quick. Tim Minton, is this the finest? Knocked out police officer? Is this what you call the finest, Tim Minton? Is this what you call the finest? Tim Minton. Well, they don't look sleep here, but maybe in this picture, maybe in the next picture they look sleep. Is this what you call the finest, Tim Minton? Is that what you call the finest? I don't want to hear a police officer. See, think about this, y'all. A transit worker is not allowed to close their eyes on the job, right? Let's think about this for a second. A transit worker is not allowed to close their eyes on the job, right? And if we do, the MTA is ready to suspend us. But the NYPD can not only close their eyes, they could just lay down on our benches. They could, as they call it, nesting. They could do all that. One of the most important jobs in New York City. They're allowed to sleep, and transit workers are not allowed to sleep on the property. Imagine that. Imagine that. There definitely need to be some policy reform within NYPD, because that's not one of the jobs where you could sleep. It makes sense for a train operator or a bus operator or conductor to close their eyes, to get a little rest. But police officers, you're on duty all the time. You may miss a call, you may miss a screen. You have a very important job when it comes to safety. So Tim Minton, when you tried to throw a shot at Richard Davis, in which he's responsible for not protecting us, but to try to use NYPD and throw NYPD against him, and you talk about they're the finest, what I just posted, do you consider that the finest? Is that something that you consider the finest? And the most important thing is that, and we must look ourselves in the mirror when we talk about this. You know why they take us for a joke? The MTA is because we take ourselves for a joke. We think everything is all good and it's all sweet until it happens to us. I'm quite sure when our brother came to work this morning or last night, he didn't think that he would be in a hospital with a big gash wound in his neck. He did not think that he was possibly going to almost be killed. This was attempted murder. This was attempted murder. Nothing more, nothing less. And what boggles my mind with all of this stuff is that after he got slashed at Rockaway Avenue in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, right? They like to stage a whole bunch of police there. Idiots. Criminals are much smarter than that. He's not going to slash somebody else at the same station again. It's hot. So now you have this big police presence at the station, create a fake illusion of being safe. Yeah, somebody almost got killed there, but now we're here. NYPD have a major problem on their hands. Major. I believe, and this is my opinion, they're not properly deployed through the system. You have a lot of lazy cops in subways. The policy needs to change. There should be no sleeping when it comes to NYPD officers in transit facilities. If they want to sleep, let them go back to their precinct to sleep, where their bosses know that they're sleeping. It's just a bad look. We're getting slashed. There's mass shootings happening in the subway system. There's murders happening in the subway system. And then I receive pictures of officers sleeping. Even if they're doing it and they didn't break no rules, it's a bad look. It's a horrible look. But the NYPD don't care how they look. Transit is not trying to hold them accountable. The union is not pushing the envelope enough to hold them accountable. And Drummond spoke very clearly. We need to hold Kathy Hochul accountable. She is the ultimate boss of the MTA. When she was running for election and people was talking about safety, the police officers were all over the system when it came to her. But when it comes to us and there's no election, there's no need for our vote, the tyranny is back on. The police officers fall back in line and everything is all good. Because it ain't police officers getting slashed in the system. Nobody's going into precincts shooting up precincts. They're offices. Our offices are platforms, trains, buses. The shootings are happening in our offices. And we can't defend ourselves. The MTA want us to be punching bags for the riding public. And it has progressed further than punching bags. They want us to be target practice for the tyrants that's running the system. And the MTA, they don't have an answer for anything outside of what employees do. Let an employee do something wrong. A bulletin come out the next hour. The discipline is handed down very quick, except when it comes to me, when they try to overhaul this whole discipline for me for since 2000, 2001, 2002, and try to politicize it against me. And ironically, guess why they're disciplining me? Two things. The Richard Davey videos, for one. For two, me talking about safety in the subways. That's what this is all about. And there should be more members making videos talking about how unsafe we are in this system. You have a consistent, probably 3 people out of 40,000 people talking about how unsafe it is down here. And everybody think that it's all good and it's all sweet until it happens to them. And then when it happens to them, they want the world to stop and everybody to help. What is the sense of us being in a union if we're not sticking together? What's the sense of us being in the union if the union leaders that we elect is on the side of management instead of the members? Our union administration do the bare minimum to make us think that they are on our side. Now, let's not forget, remember when I mentioned in this video that when Kathy Hochul was running for re-election, she had police officers scattered throughout the system. It's a local 100 election this year. So we're going to see our union reps act like they care and act like they step up and do things to be like, hey, see, I'm on your side. Let me get your vote. It's a union election every 36 months. For some strange reason, our union leadership only want to care within the next 6 to 10 months of an election, 6 to 12 months of an election. What the hell happened the last 24 months when it came to our safety? What the hell happened the past 24 months when we were getting assaulted and mass shootings were happening? Now, all of a sudden, they want to have a safety stand down. All of a sudden. Oh, yeah, it's election time. We got to stop being bamboozled, people. We must stop being bamboozled. They're no better than the MTA. Oh yeah, we did a 2-hour safety stand down. It's 24 hours in a day. It's 24 hours in a day. In fact, there should be a safety stand down until there's a sketch, video, or some type of description of this assailant. We don't know what he looks like. What he looked like, we don't know. They only gave us he had on a blue vest where he could change his clothes. There's no video. There's no nothing. There should be a safety stand down until there's clear identification on who this guy is. When they had me under investigation, they had 4K cameras on me, and whether the person paid to get on the subway or not, or hop the platform, where's the video? Hop the turnstile, where's the video? So I don't want to hear about a 2-hour safety stand down. And we still don't know who this person is that almost killed our fellow brother. And I don't see anything. I don't see no action to make things better. They've been bragging the past week. Oh, thousands of officers is coming into the subways. How did that help my fellow brother that got slashed in the neck? How's that working for us? How these cameras that they saying that they have on trains is working for us? How are these LED lights that they say is going to brighten up the subways that's going to stop crime or prevent crime or deter people from crime? How is that working out? They have no plan to protect us. None whatsoever. There's a lot of things wrong with the MTA and NYPD. In fact, to even report something, I'm even curious to how long it took for EMS to arrive, for police to arrive, and things of that nature. There's a lot of things that need to be investigated because the system that they have in place is so antiquated. It's so antiquated to just relay a message of emergency for help. And then when we do get help, NYPD strutting along, walking, EMS walking along, no emergency. But if there's a 1013 officer in distress, you have about 10 precincts conversion on whatever that 1013 was called that. And I believe that there needs to be changes within that. I think that there should be 1013s for us also. So NYPD can't differentiate between us and them so they could take where we're being attacked serious also. Oh, it's just another transit worker. He got slashed in the neck. There's no need to hurry up and come. There's no need to hurry up and come. We are in some tough time. And you know what? Ironically, just yesterday morning, I believe, I made a post and I said in April that we're going to have the biggest assault rally prior to this incident happening. We're going to have the biggest assault rally ever. And this time I'm going to reach out to the rider groups. I don't care about what their politics are. I don't care if we got along or we don't get along. I don't care about any of that. I'm reaching out to all local 100 members. Um, I'm reaching out to the riding public because action, I was always told growing up, actions speaks louder than words. And the MTA actions, when it comes to safety, show that they don't care. And if you look in the description of this video, this is very important. I need everybody to pay attention to this, please. I'm asking you. In the description of this video, I created a change.org petition speaking about if Richard Davey, the New York City Transit president, and MTA chairman Jan Oliva is saying that the system is safe, why are they traveling with armed security? Why are they traveling with armed security if the system is so safe? So I want us to sign this petition asking them to get rid of, to forfeit their armed security and rely on this dynamic NYPD force that we all rely on, the workers and the riders. I mean, they should feel safe. They don't wear uniforms. They don't wear anything to identify themselves. Davy is not out here like how Byford was. Byford wore a MTA president pin and his safety vest. He wore that a lot of the times he was in the system. Richard Davey, Jan Oliva, if the system is safe, ditch your armed security. Yeah. And I want my people to go and sign that petition. Please sign that petition. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. If you're in a crew room, if you're a people person and you talking to the riding public, ask them to sign a petition. we're going to be out there in full force, making sure that our voices is heard as a community, as a transit community, workers and riders, that it is not safe. That it is not safe. I mean, oh man. I remember clearly when this happened to Denal Jenkins, right? And Denal almost died. Nothing changed there. No policy change, no NYPD change, no different stance with the union. And history repeated itself again. History repeated itself again. And we're back here. We're back here. And like they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, right? And some of us are insane because what we're doing over and over is choosing not to get involved, choosing not to say anything, choosing to make excuses and say, well, I can't make it to this union meeting, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. But we expecting for our union administration and leadership to behave different. We expecting for these politicians to write laws to favor us. We expecting for the MTA to give a damn about our safety when nothing is changing with us. We have to stop with this selective outrage. If we want others to change, the change got to start within us. And you don't have to be on the front line, but support the people who are on the front line. Ask them how you can help. Share out their video, share their message. Support the people who support you. Because nothing is going to change until we change. It's as simple as that. Nothing is going to change until we change. We can't expect better from others when we're not expecting better from ourselves. It doesn't work like that. The world doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. Change does not work like that. And to the MTA, y'all been trying to fire me for a very long time now. And whether I work here or not, this work is not going to stop. I'm going to continue to put a foot in y'all ass every chance I get. Because you want to know why? It's not, y'all don't, first of all, y'all don't even look at us hourlies as your coworkers or colleagues. Y'all look at us as being beneath y'all. It's not your family, friends, or coworkers that's getting harmed on these subways. We're nothing but a number to you. We're nothing but a fare to you. Y'all don't care. Well, Tramel, how you gonna say that we don't care? Because you haven't shown me anything. You haven't shown us nothing. You haven't done anything. Keep it real. See, and the reason why people don't believe in politics, the reason why people are staying away from the subway is because y'all lying and y'all think that people is dumb. Oh, it's safe. Damn, it was just a mass shooting on the subway. Not that three people got killed on the subway this year by shootings, slashings, robberies, people being pushed onto the tracks. But the system is safe. The system is safe. Tramel's just gaslight. No, the system is not safe. And those lies are going to come to an end. And they are coming to an end. Y'all being defeated. Y'all being defeated right now. Y'all being defeated. And I said this before. I said, could y'all imagine if Local 100 had 10 of me? Just 10. 10 of me. What kind of disarray they would be? The MTA is having a hard time with little old me right now. 10 of me. And I know for a fact there's hundreds of me inside this union. We just have to speak up. We got to hold people accountable. It's me today, it's you tomorrow. Whether it's discipline, whether it's getting slashed, whether it's getting shot at, whether it's getting pushed onto the tracks. It's me today, it's you tomorrow. We got to do more. Now, I know the union is saying, hey, lobby day is coming up next month. We have a lobby day and we're gonna go speak to those politicians. Speak to them about what? We speaking to them about? Y'all give away our money for free. I don't even know what the ask is that y'all be asking for because it's mighty funny when I go up there to Albany to speak to politicians or I visit them in their offices. The talk be different. So I'm really curious as to what y'all really be doing in Albany or what's going on with the PAC department. The PAC department in Local 100, something is up with it. It's not right. Now we're gonna go up to Albany. Oh, it's gonna be breakfast, lunch on us, and we're gonna go into this big ballroom, and we're gonna put our lead. We're gonna put all the union reps on the stage to show that we're kings and queens. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna fight for in Albany, and then guess what? There's no major bills to protect us. There's no major bills to enhance our quality of life. It's a big joke. And I've spoken with politicians about Local 100, and they laugh at us. They laugh at us. And I believe it's because we have to destroy and rebuild our PAC department. Our PAC department has let us down for a very long time. For a very long time. They're not getting anything done. They're not getting anything done. But guess what? If you're on that family and friends plan, you're going to continue to keep jobs and but the members suffer. We suffer at the end of the day. Why don't and if y'all think that I'm lying, ask the PAC department what they accomplished this past decade. I bet you they can't name one thing for each year. Bet you they can't. Bet you they can't. Like, and they look at lobby. Let me tell you how it works in Albany, right? If you're not familiar with the politics in Albany, you would think that lobby day is one day, right? You would think that lobby day is one day. Lobby day is from January to I believe June or July, right? June, July. It's like 6 months. Why we only go up there one day out of 6 months? I mean, we seen the union waste money on trips to Florida. We seen them waste money on trips to Chicago. We seen them waste money on trips to Texas. When you go lobby politicians, you don't go up there and lobby for one day. You have people who actually make a lot of money lobbying as a job. Ask any lobbyist what one day of lobbying would do in Albany. They would laugh at you and say you would get nothing done. And you will wonder why we don't get anything done in Albany. The union should do extreme measures and lobby once a month at the least during these critical times when our safety is at risk. At the least. But they don't care, man. This is all a game. This is all smoke and mirrors. And like I said in my previous show, I don't know it's because they just don't got the intelligence and not thinking what they could do to enhance us, or they working with management. There's no gray area in this. There's absolutely no gray area. Now, what I need for everyone to do, right? This is what I need everyone to do. And to the news agencies out there, they've been contacting me. They've been asking me, what is the conductor name? I am not, I'm only dealing with my news. Moving forward, I'm only dealing with Progressive Action TV. I'm not dealing with no more news article. Like, there was a time where they wasn't even getting those stories, and because of me, they was getting stories, to be honest. So if you're not covering the stuff that I feel that that should be covered, I'm gonna stop giving y'all tips. Y'all gonna start hearing about the tips from my platform. That's how that's gonna work. But what I need for everyone to do, like I said in the description of this video, um, there is a change.org link. Please sign that petition. Since Richard Davy and Jan Oliva keep saying that the system is safe, but they rolling around here with armed security. Stop wasting the taxpayers' money if the system is so safe, and rely on NYPD like the rest of us do. Once again, that link is in the description of this video. Please sign that. Let's get thousands and thousands of signatures on that. And let's send a message that we are not being fooled. We're not being gaslighted. And we want to be protected as riders and workers of New York City Transit. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.